Thank you for joining us. I'm Lauren Scafidi. Looking around Denver, there isn't much snow to speak of, but up in the mountains and in the plains, it is a different story. Look at all of these road closures across the state. Lots of red out there, especially on the plains. Right now, eastbound I-70 from Watkins to Lyman is closed, and both directions of I-70 from Lyman to the state line are closed. Here's a look at that part of I-70 closed in both directions. I-70 heading through the mountains is still open, but this was the scene near the tunnels this morning, very early, pretty much a whiteout. Look at that. We're also dealing with some more wind. The flags have been flapping outside of our station all morning long. Let's get to what to expect for the rest of the day. Keely Chalmers is here now from our 9 News Weather Impact team. Hi, Keely.
Yeah, good afternoon. We are going to see some relief from those winds. And I want to point out, when we talk about road closures, it doesn't take a lot of snow. We're talking about the winds, the blowing snow, the limited visibility, and the tough driving conditions due to that. But the winds, again, starting to diminish as we head into the afternoon. No doubt a breezy day, though, as you can see from our flags out front of the 9 News studios. Temperatures right now, very chilly. We're at 35 degrees. Factor in those winds out of the north, 23 miles per hour right now at DIA. It feels like it's 23. So again, a bitterly cold day out there due to the winds. Those winds, pretty impressive wind gusts, 70+ mile per hour wind gusts recorded last night, Hugo and Lyman. Again, those winds starting to die down. So current winds still getting 20+ mile per hour wind gusts out across the plains. But again, we've seen these tick down a bit as we head through the day today, a little bit stronger just about 2 hours ago. But again, those winds will continue to diminish as we put our wind gust forecast into motion, and you can see the strong winds move off to the east as that storm system responsible for those winds moves off to the east as well. So again, just expecting breezy conditions today into tomorrow. Live radar showing not a lot, just a few flurries really along I-25 south of Monument, as well as we're seeing just some light flurries in and around Lyman right now. And again, all that activity pushing off to the east as that storm system gradually pushes off to the east, and we will be quiet after that system moves through. But again, we're going to talk about all that and some warmer temperatures in our forecast coming up in just a bit.
Keely, thank you so much. 3 Pueblo police officers are recovering in the hospital today after a shootout with a man. That man was killed in the incident last night. Pueblo police say they got a call just after 7 last night that an officer had been shot in a neighborhood just west of I-25. Pueblo officers and Pueblo County Sheriff's deputies arrived on scene, and they say more shots were fired. The man they're calling a suspect was killed. We're still working to learn more about what led up to that shootout. Governor Jared Polis released a statement on the shooting saying, in part, quote, "Our men and women in uniform work every day on the front lines and put themselves in harm's way to protect our lives and communities. I applaud the actions of everyone involved in stopping the violent suspect and am praying for the 3 officers who were injured in this attack." Greeley police are investigating a murder-suicide. 2 people who were found dead in a parking lot in an apartment complex. This happened Monday afternoon near Greeley West High School. Police say a woman was killed after reporting a possible restraining order violation. Police say a woman was on the phone with an officer about a man she filed a restraining order against when she said that he had come back to her home. Officers responded right away around 4:30 in the afternoon and say they found a 36-year-old man had shot himself in the parking lot. They also found the body of the woman who was on the phone. She had been shot multiple times in the driver's seat of a parked car. A 2-year-old child was in the back seat but was not hurt. Before this incident, police had investigated a different domestic dispute between the victim and the suspect. We're waiting for a judge to decide if the case against the woman caught on video repeatedly hitting a child with special needs will head to trial. The case against Kiara Jones has been moving through the court system in Arapahoe County for almost a year now. The former Littleton Schools bus aide faces 13 counts, most of them felonies. Yesterday, a judge heard a detective describe how there are dozens of incidents of abuse captured on camera. It's been a long year for parents as they wait for a resolution in the case.
But I am glad that we're still moving in the right direction, and it looks like we'll have a ruling next time and be closer to justice.
A judge will decide if the case should move forward with a trial next month. Denver Animal Protection wants to identify a woman who dropped off an extremely emaciated, approximately 11-month-old puppy at Denver Animal Shelter's Night Drop Kennel. We do want to warn you, though, that this picture may be difficult to look at. First, we want to show you the woman. Surveillance video captured her holding it. DAP is investigating how the dog, believed to be a boxer mix, ended up in this condition. So sad. Anyone with information should call the Metro Denver Crime Stoppers. A DNA test to see if a man had been wrongfully convicted in a 1993 murder instead provided more proof of his guilt. Stephen Harrington was one of 2 people convicted of killing Tom Holler and beating his wife, Christine. One piece of evidence was a hair found on a shirt at the scene. During the trial in 1994, a criminologist testified that a now discredited practice known as hair microscopy showed that the hair belonged to Harrington. Recent DNA testing confirmed it and the shirt contained DNA consistent with his.
I'm glad the DNA results confirmed the truth. That's what we want. We want the true killers of Tom Holler, the people who brutalized Christina. We want them to pay a price, and we definitely don't want the wrong people behind bars. Fortunately, we know the right people are behind bars in this case, and DNA proves it.
An attorney for the Innocence Project at CU told us the group believes DNA testing should be a common, uncontroversial protocol in cases like this. He noted that while it can show a person was wrongfully convicted, it can also prove guilt, as it did in this case. President Trump has spoken with Ukraine's president 1 day after Russia's president told Trump that his country would not target any of Ukraine's energy and infrastructure. Trump posted on social media that he and President Volodymyr Zelenskyy spoke for about an hour this morning. He said the call was to, quote, align both Russia and Ukraine in terms of their requests and needs as he tries to bring a ceasefire between the 2 countries. Trump also suggested that the U.S. should take ownership of Ukrainian power plants to ensure the critical facilities' security.